Alright, we're live. Greetings. Tonight we're going to be playing SM229 6 Textures 3. This is a speed map pack where mappers could only use 6 textures, but not including utility textures or liquids. No custom music, skyboxes, or trim sheets. Any theme was allowed. Although, you're kind of limited on the theme when you only have 6 textures to work with, so... there is a surprising amount of maps here. There are 17 maps total. This speed map was made over... This pack was made over 2 days. The October 25th to the 27th. 17 maps, and that's about it. I know it's been a hot minute since I played anything Quake related. I was trying to play spooky games for a spooky month, so we have a little catching up to do. But yeah, let's get into it. This path is tough as nails. Super normal. Easy peasy. I like the start room. This is a really nice little start room here. Oh, it feels good to be back. It's been a minute. Anyways, we got a lot of maps here, so I guess let's get working. Primary objective, reach the exit. Secondary objective, wait, what did that say? Gain access to the gorilla meat supply. What the fuck? So this... I don't think these textures were supposed to... These bars are button activated. I think these bars are just a recolored texture. Maybe by lighting? Just a recolored version of these. Kind of interesting. Let's grab that. I like this encounter here. That was a nice little encounter. It's really smart. You have the ogre that you can't really kill. I mean, I guess you technically could shoot through these bars, but kind of annoying to do so, and then you kind of get ambushed by the 2 knights there. Well thought out. The only thing I would have done is that it wasn't super obvious that this would open up. Maybe this should have been a different texture, just to kind of... I mean, I guess there's really nowhere else for the player to go, but I feel like it could have been made a little bit more obvious. There you are. Quick save. How many secrets? 2. There we go. That's number 2. Putting both secrets in the same room is certainly a choice. Takes care of that guy. Hot dog room opens. I'm not really sure what that means. Not sure I understand what the hot dog room is. For such limited texture use though, this map does look really nice. It makes the most out of those textures. I think maybe I misunderstood. I figured there was like 6 set textures that you could use, but I think maybe you can just use 6, like any 6 that you want to. I think is how it is. Is maybe my understanding? I'll have to check the README. Kind of avoided that trap there. Oh wait, what the hell? That fiend's just running around the lava. That ain't right. Kinda want the ammo down here. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know why that fiend was able to survive down here. Oh, hello. Death Knights are just incredible at juking grenades. Yeah, that's okay. That sucks. A little bit of an issue here with this guy going through this door. I think that's it. I think that's the map. Secondary objective complete. Oh shit! Oh fuck! Alright. Well, that is the map. That was pretty fun. That was really well designed. I like the layout there. And again, good use of the selected textures. They really made some good use out of just 6 textures. I don't think I understand the hot dog room stuff. Maybe there's a meme there I'm not quite getting. But overall, really solid map. That was Satanic Weenie Roast by Avix. Well done. Quick save here. Interesting choice of lighting. Is this kind of like a tech-based theme, but it just has like random fleshy lights? I guess they wanted to use the flayed faces for these blocks here, which do kind of look nice, but they just kind of reused them for the lights. But it kind of looks out of place on like the metal. That doesn't look good. I don't like that. I don't understand why they put like the button up here, but because the button is like just this specific texture and there's like nothing in between, it just ends up you get like this kind of green, like puke green, like in between area here. It just doesn't look right. They probably should have just used this like grating all the way through. I don't know why they put the button there. Maybe that was a mistake. The button texture, I mean. Ooh, yeah, the button texture does not look good on this staircase here. I don't understand why they're, like, again, I don't know if it's like a mistake or what, because they could have just used more of this texture right here for this staircase. They didn't need to use this, like, button texture that clearly doesn't, clearly isn't like complete, or not complete, but it like doesn't stretch far enough, if that makes any sense. Yeah, they use it here too. I don't like it. It really just doesn't look good. It looks like it's pigment. Like it's very distracting. Any secrets? One secret. See if I can find the secret, if it's even back here. Teleporter. No, it just takes you back up. You come back there later? There, we'll just keep going forward. Yeah, I don't quite like the use of textures here. I feel like they, like it kind of, like I said, it kind of half feels industrial, but then there's like these random, just kind of like these eldritch faces and whatnot around. It looks a little. I guess this looks okay. But and then yeah, I would have just used something else for the button. Instead of this texture is just wasted. And it just looks bad. I feel like if you're going to be limited on the textures you could use, you should probably do something else, like something like the last map, where it kind of used lighting to recolor existing texture for the buttons to make them really obvious. Super nail gun, alright. Because yeah, it's like so far this button texture, they've really only gotten 2 uses out of it. This button so far, and then the previous button. I don't even know where the gold key door is at. Assume back here somewhere. Oh, okay. That dude just like jumped across the map. Where is this the gold key door? It is. I mean, I'm just gonna leave. I don't even need to fight that shambler. That was okay. I think the layout wasn't terrible. I think the core issue there that I had was some of the textures were just a little like it felt like they were trying to go for like an industrial thing with like the grading and the concrete, but then you just have like the random flayed faces, and then you have that one button texture that's like too small. So if you kind of notice, most of the other textures are 64 by 64, I think. Like a lot of these pathways look like 128 sized pathways. I could be wrong about that though. I'd have to move around to feel that out. But those button textures do not stretch all the way, and there's like areas in between them where there's just no texture, so it just looks pigment, and it's just like a really flat green, and it just looks terrible. They really should have used a different texture instead of that one. I don't think it was worth the 2 buttons. They could have. There's a lot of different creative ways that you could create buttons without button textures. You could, you know, like at the end there, like I kind of knew that was the gold door because of lighting. You can use lighting, for instance, to kind of color, you know, color buttons in and make it really obvious, like, hey, this is a button that you need to press or whatever. This was I Know What You Did Last Saturday by Chad Quad. Oh, okay. Got a brutalism thing going on here. This room's kind of boring, I feel. I kind of get what they're trying to do, but it's just like, I don't know. I do like these like weird, they almost look like rails, like metal rails or something. Like these are cool looking. So far this map is very much style over substance, I feel. This is something I see sometimes people do when they try to make like brutalism stuff, is like you don't have to. What is this? That dude's like jumping backwards. He did like a backwards long jump. He's playing like Mario 64. I don't know what that fiend was up to. A problem I see with a lot of people who make these like brutalism maps is like they kind of use the concrete and they make everything very chunky and blocky, and I understand that's like kind of what brutalism is to an extent, but it doesn't have to be that. Like this is like a really plain hallway. Like there could have been a lot more here. This room in general is just like not very interesting. It's just like, I think this idea is pretty cool, like having you hit a button, like you start in a room and then you kind of get up here, you get your weapon, you hit a button to kind of get going. I don't know, this room is just like very boring. Same with this one here, like there's really, it's just too flat. I think what you want out of Quake maps is you want a lot of height variation, right? You don't just want like a big flat hallway. you want a lot of opportunities for the player to do like Tom and Jerry shit, where they're kind of moving up and down between different levels, or they're moving around objects. This room is like maybe a slightly better example of that. I would have maybe dropped this floor a little bit though. That was cool. I appreciate like little tricks like that to make the enemies kind of more animated. Quake's the kind of base roster of Quake enemies is pretty plain, all things considered. In terms of their AI, you know, they just kind of walk at you. Appreciate the shortcut back. Oh shit! Okay, was not expecting that. I'm just gonna do that. That was okay. Again, just the map felt very flat and just kind of plain. I feel like if you're going to like make a very plain map with just like one or two textures, which is like totally fine, I think your gameplay, your level geometry and your layout and how your rooms kind of feel to move about in really need to be like top notch, right? Because like you don't have any visuals to rely on. You just kind of have the way the map plays, and that map was kind of a little flat. Uh-oh. Did my stream cut out? Okay, I think we're back. YouTube streaming lately has been very finicky, unfortunately. That was Grey World by Hi Kids. Thankfully, these have all been pretty short. Ooh, this looks... Oh, man. Okay. This is some quality work we have here. Jesus. There's certainly some talent on display here. Let's run past these guys. Head over here. Grab these. I've said this before, and I'll kind of say it again. You can definitely tell that sometimes, like some of these maps in like the speed map packs, I do kind of feel that like they're maps that like people have already been working on. Like someone's just like scrapped idea, you know, like they kind of messed around with like a level layout, maybe it wasn't quite working or something, and they kind of shelved it. I mean, I'm not saying that's the case for this map, but I feel like sometimes that is the case. Because this is like so above and beyond some of the other maps, where you can kind of tell like some of the other maps are like, okay, this was made in like 2 days, but this does not feel like it was made in 2 days. If it was, I'd be very impressed. I like the exploration aspect of this level. It feels like there's a lot of different areas I can kind of just go to, but it doesn't feel like overly large. Let me save here. Get rid of those guys. Maybe just some goodies up here. Oh, look at that. Oh, hey, there's a shambler in there. He's just looking at the wall. Probably should have saved that, but it's okay. Out here. That'll work out, I guess. Oh yeah, no, that worked out. Perfect. For you, I always love a good map sanctioned quad run. For you. Oh, I'm kind of flying through this level, but these visuals are really nice. There's just a lot of like detail in the geometry here. Like some of the brushwork here is very impressive. Little secret? Oh, hey, I'll take that. Thank you. Like, you really don't even notice that this map is using 6 textures. Like, all the walls are basically this brick texture, and then, like, this, like, accented with some wood. Which is, like, super impressive, and you kind of have these lights. All the floor textures are pretty much the same. I feel like this is not a bad way to make levels. You know, something I see a lot of mappers do is they kind of go overboard with some of the textures sometimes, which, you know, if you really know what you're doing, isn't a terrible thing. But at the same time, I feel like you can. At the same time, I feel like you can get a lot out of just a couple of textures, and you know, and then you can kind of add more here or there where needed. There's a bunch of guys down there. I'll just let them be. It's over here. Oh, shortcut. Okay. Got these. Yeah, we're above like that jail room with the zombies. That was fun. Oh yeah, there's no fall damage in this. I've been playing a lot of non-Quake lately. That was an incredible level. Like, visually speaking, in terms of layout, I mean, this level has everything. This is like an S-tier level. This is very impressive. If this was actually made in 2 days, this is very impressive. A very impressive display of mapping talent. I don't believe it, though. I feel like this might have been in, like, somebody's scrapbook or something, and they kind of just pulled it out. Regardless, though, this is a very nice level and very impressive. Very well made. That was Foul Pit by Markey. That was an excellent level. Just a really strong understanding of, like encounter design, you know, map layout, really good brushwork, good use of just like a few different textures. Just, yeah, I don't know. Excellent map overall. Alright, 4 down. These have all been pretty quick. I thought this would take a little bit longer, but we're powering through these here. Oh, alright, so we got more of a like a tech-based theme going on here. Look at that, giving me the super shotgun right off the bat. Appreciate that. This guy's just kind of chipped away at me quite a bit. Damn. I don't know if I like this brick texture. This like white brick texture looks a little weird. Just kind of muddy, I guess. I feel like the scale is like off on this level. Like some of these areas feel a little large. If that makes any sense. Why is that there? Oh, okay. To do this. This. go. Cool secret. Yeah, the scale of this map feels a little bit off, if that makes any sense. Like, some of these areas just feel a little large. This is kind of what I was talking about with that previous map. That previous kind of brutalist, like, concrete map. Is this map kind of has the same issue, but to a lesser extent, where it's just like a lot of these areas are very flat. And again, compare this to kind of the last map, which just had a lot of little height variations here and there. There's a lot of, like, little staircases and stuff. This area, again, this isn't nearly as bad as the previous kind of the brutalist concrete map, but it has sort of that same problem, I guess you could say. Why does my stream keep dropping? What in the world? That's weird. I think this is supposed to just be like a fuzzy brick texture, but like an old upscale brick texture, sort of, just like stretched out, but it looks like there's snow in between the bricks. So I feel like this map kind of has like a cold feeling to it. More to go. This has already been pressed in. It's closed. How do you get to that lightning gun up there? Jump on the button. I guess they want you to maybe grenade jump. Enemies are left. So a few. Oh, they really just send everything at you in this one. Jesus. Oh my god, there's a second one. Oh my god, there's so many spawns. Oh, this guy too. Just send everything in. Just keep sending them in. Oh, he's fighting the spawns. He's trying to kill the spawns. He got one of them, nice. I gotta start working on these shamblers here. This is a pretty fun encounter. I kind of like this. That was good. That was fun. That was very like. Anything? No buttons. I don't know how you're supposed to get that lightning gun. I guess you just have to like grenade jump up there. That was a fun encounter though. It was pretty cool. I think just like the layout of these pillars kind of work perfectly. You just have enough room to dodge. Again, this room feels like the scale is like a little off, but I mean it's okay. It worked out in the end. And then I guess that's it. That map was alright. Again, it kind of had the same issues that... It kind of has the same issues that something like the previous kind of brutalistic map had, where it's just like the level is just very flat in a lot of areas, and like the scale is just slightly off. Granted, some of the rooms in this map were designed much better than that one. I like that end encounter with the shambler and the spawns jumping around. That was pretty fun. It's a decent map. I don't know about that brick texture though. I guess it kind of works. I don't know. The texturing here like is oddly like it works. It isn't the best. I mean, it's kind of weird coming off of that previous castle map, which just worked so well. I think the lighting here might. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being nitpicky. This map feels like it's something out of an older time, if that makes any sense. This map feels like it's something out of like the early 2000s. Like it's not a terrible map. It just feels older. Pretty decent though. Not bad. That was a Hazard Stripe Surprise by 4LT. of want to jump in the water here. Nice. Got this armor. Wait, let me stack up here. Yeah, see, here's a fun thing you can do. I like this. That's a cool way to do a button. Just have like the Quake logo made out of brushes. That's a very nice button there. More armor. Okay. Those guys. I saw that. I almost would have preferred if this was like, because this was like kind of lifted up, presumably so that they didn't get Z-clipping issues when this like moved back. I would have almost preferred if this broke open, or if they just accepted the Z-clipping that would come with this being flush, because I could kind of see that trap ahead of time. I could see it was like slightly indented. That would have been a pretty good trap, though, if not for that. I feel like the walls in this map could really use something else. Like, a lot of the walls in this map are very flat. And they use like this kind of rock texture here to just like... I don't know, I don't think this rock texture looks good with like just flat walls like this. I feel like they should have used something else. Like this brick texture I think looks a lot better, but I also think like you really need to break textures up. I think it's pretty important. Oh, that's cool. I like that. Oof, that's close. You really need to... One thing that previous castle map did really well is it kind of broke its textures up quite a bit. You can kind of tell this map is not doing that, so you just have these huge, like, swatches of these same texture. Oh, I was just gonna keep going? Okay, nice. I was afraid those would just, like, run forever. I just have to hear that constantly. I like the use of traps in this map, too. I think that's pretty, let's break. Is there one over here? No, it's nothing. The use of traps in this map is pretty cool. Like, this map has, like, a bunch of Indiana Jones booby traps, which I appreciate. Is this where we started? Do we have to go back this way? No, we've, like, dropped in. Yeah, that's where we started, right? Wait, where the hell are we supposed to go? I think I, like, went all out of order here. Timing on this thing is a little weird. Just to go... Oh, okay, this way. And up here, maybe? We've been this way yet. No, we have. There's a fiend down there. I guess I'm slightly confused on where to go now. Yeah, because we came out, like, down here, and then we dropped down. Oh, over here. Okay, I didn't even see this. Surprised this level hasn't given me a grenade launcher. Oh, there's my grenade launcher. A little late for that, but it's alright. I don't really know what the point of putting a Vor, like, right there is. This is, like, the third map to do that now. There's no point. You could just walk past it. Like, you might as well, like, if you put bars behind it or something, at least then, like, you force the player into an encounter, like, while the bars drop. It's like, I don't need to fight it. That map was okay again. That one felt like an older style map. It felt like something out of, like, the early 2000s. Very chunky layout. I didn't like the big swaths of textures. I didn't like the, like, uninterrupted kind of bricks. You know what I mean? Like entire walls of just, like, one texture. You kind of have to break it up either with, like, geo, like little cubbies like this. You know, wooden trims. Like, you need to somehow break up a singular texture. I feel like you can't just have a big giant wall of, like, brick or rock or something, you know. So yeah, that was, what map was that? That was Duplicitous Dungeon? I'm not saying that right, but by Common Cold. I like the park benches. Extra here, I like how the blues sort of play off of... I like how the blues kind of play off of the like the brown bricks on the wall. It's a nice contrast, but at the same time, I do feel like the at the same time, I do feel like the walls are just like having them all be one solid color looks weird. It should be broken up. Also, this should just be a void. I don't know why this is like the blue bricks down there. I assume if you fall down there, you just fucking die. So that really should just be like a void down there. I like the skylights though. Like again, the benches around the map just give it like a really unique feel. Not something you really see in a lot of maps. Where are those other guys? Over here. Was that it? I guess that was it. That takes you back to the start. Yeah, that was a little bland. I think the visuals were kind of interesting. I liked, again, like the weird like cabinets and park benches kind of like gave this map an interesting flavor. I love like the blue and the brown contrast. I think that looks really unique. But I think the walls needed to be broken up a little bit more. Like you can't, again, you just can't have, like if you look on like the kind of the right side of the screen, you just have this huge wall of just the same brown brick texture. You need to somehow break that up. You know, have little like trims of like blue in there. You know, have some like, even if you just broke it up with another brown texture, like some wooden beams or something. You know, don't just have like a completely flat wall. Like the brushwork here is wasn't super great. You know, like you use the geo to your advantage. If you're limited on textures, use the geo, right? All right, that was Lost Sector by David DG. Ooh. This map is pig-bipped. I like that. There are more to go. Just gotta like kill all the enemies, I guess. Like, I don't know what's happening here, but this looks cool. This is like how I play. This is how I play Quake Live. Just like pigment textures, light maps, rather. I don't really need that. Can I not hop on these? It's kind of awkward. I don't know what these things are. I guess they're just like visual, like something to contrast the white and greens. I don't know. Oh, okay. That was very nice of the map to not just kill me there, because I fell down a tiny little itty-bitty gap. Hop around this side. Quick save in case that happens again. There's like a little gap here that you can't really see if you're coming in this way. There's a red armor over there. I'd like that. I'll accept a green armor though. I kind of wish this was the whole map. You just like sliding around on these like little like go-kart track or whatever, or a little like waterway, just like shooting enemies as you pass by them. That'd actually be really cool. There we go. You can kind of just snipe these guys with the boomstick. I don't know if that's SS or 55. I think it's 55. Always save those rockets. Oh, there's the silver key over there. Yeah, navigation of this map is like... Oh, what? Come on. I wish there were some shortcuts on this map, I'll say. I don't like the fact that I'm kinda like way at the start now. I'm like pretty... I mean, there's like a few shortcuts, it seems like, but for the most part it seems, yeah, I'm gonna have to go all the way back around if I want to get up there. I should have just I'm gonna quick save next time I get over there. I thought that ramp was just gonna shoot me up. I didn't realize I was gonna have to like jump or something. I thought it would just do it automatically. Because these waterways are just like functionally they're like wind tunnels. Where does this take me? Okay, this takes me... Oh, oh. So I didn't load that. That did not take me where I wanted to go. I guess, do I need to go this way? How's it going, chat member? How you doing, buddy? Okay, yeah, I need to go this way. Go up here. So I need that silver key. Go up here. Quick save again. And then we'll quick save here. So yeah, you do a little jump there. How do you get back, though, is the question. Yeah, you can't make that jump. Oh, I've saved here, okay. Grab that. Grab that. Yeah, I guess I could rocket jump. Just do that. Quick save and do this. Yeah, this works. I mean, this is kind of a unique way to get. I like the concept of this map. I just think that like if you fall off, getting around is a bit difficult. So you kind of have to start all over again. It feels like a Mario level or something. If that makes any sense. Okay, so now this thing go. For you. Armor back there that I don't really need. I think they intend for you to, yeah, rocket jump around up here, but just kind of like whatever. Pretty interesting level. Good use of, you know, kind of a creative solution to the, like, if you can only use 6 textures, it's like, alright, well, I'll use 6 colors instead. Interesting concept for a level with all, like, the waterways and stuff. Again, it kind of reminded me of, it's very, very, like, linear, but also not. I don't know. It reminded me of, like, a Mario level or something, if that makes any sense. Pretty cool idea for a map. I do think that, like, if you fall off, not having any kind of shortcuts open up was a little frustrating. I also feel like the end encounter could have been better. I don't really like the 3 shamblers on the pillars. Shamblers on the pillars like that don't work out so well because you can kind of just get next to them, get like right next to the pillar and just cheese them out because their vertical targeting is not very good. But yeah, I don't know, interesting level. Good use of textures there. Had a very distinct visual style, let's say. That was Neon Void by Mazu. Alright, we are 8 down. We got another 7 to go. Let's keep it up. Very industrial here. I like the doors. Looks like we're going this way. Or not. Oh, button. Where's that open? Up there, okay. I like the layout of this map so far. These stairs could have been smoothed out a little bit, but that's just kind of a nitpick, I suppose. Let's grab these. A button somewhere? There's a button up there. Oh, over here. Really good use of textures here, like a good selection of textures that all kind of blend really well together. Secrets. No secrets in this level. Interesting. Oh, I like that. That was cool. Nothing back there. Nope. I feel like it's a little tedious, just like a little itty bitty tedious, that I have to, I like drop down from this area and then I have to like run all the way back up. Oh, there's a shortcut right there. Okay, I guess, here, I'll grab this health down here. At least they're nice enough to put the shortcut there. So if you're gonna do a, if you're gonna put a shambler on like a pillar and have him kind of be a turret, I guess this is a better way to do it. Where like the player, like even if I get right here, I'm pretty sure they could still target me because the pillar is a lot shorter. At the same time, the shambler is still stuck up there. That was easy. That was a really fun level. That was really well put together. I think it had a really solid layout. I do think they kind of padded things out just a little bit with that whole backtracking section. What else? But yeah, overall, like good use of the six textures they selected, and then good encounter design, pretty decent layout as well. Overall, really solid map. One of the better ones I've played so far, I feel. That was wait, what? What map was that? Where are we? Is nope. Lost Subterranean. What? Subterranean Sanctum? Wait, was that one? What map did I just play? Is that Grey World? Let me see. Okay, that was Grey World by Lobotomy Lobster. Oh, okay, we got another like dev texture map here, giving me weapons right off the bat. I like that. I think that's pretty cool. I always like it when levels kind of let you select how you want to approach an encounter, and it's pretty fun. So you kind of spawn in here and you see like the knight, the death knight kind of walking that way, and you see a knight walking that way, and you can kind of take your pick. Check out this way real quick. Oh, just some health and ammo. I like the visual style of this with the red. I think it looks kind of nice. It's like offset by, I think this is like a baby blue, like a very light blue. I don't think it's white. I don't even know what that opens. This? Yeah, this. I do think some of these walls could have used a little more detail, though. I like these. This right here is a really cool hallway with these, like, angled kind of, I don't even know what you would call these. These just, like, angled supports here in the room. I think look really cool. This area is kind of a little flat. There's some areas in this map that I do feel are just, like, a tiny bit too flat. Like, up here is another example where it's just, like, all red. I feel like they could have done something to kind of... done just like anything to kind of mix up the red. Any secret? There's one secret and I have not found it. It's okay. Yeah, there we go. That's the one secret, okay. Yeah, this is, so if you're gonna do a shambler at the end of your map, this is a much better way to do it. Granted, this room isn't very interesting to fight a shambler in, because he kind of like has trouble getting past this door here, which I do like this door, this like kind of triangular door here, looks cool. But like, this room isn't particularly interesting to fight a shambler in, but at least he's like guarding the exit, so I have to kill him to kind of get past it. I guess I could have kind of sidestepped him, but there was enough space where I would have taken a hit, so I just felt more comfortable killing him. But yeah, it's better than just like having a giant area where I can literally just go right around him. That was a cool level. I like the contrast of like the light blue and kind of the darker crimson red. I think those colors go really well together. I wish that there's some areas on this map that again just use the red too much. And it's kind of the same issue as like when you have a whole wall that is just like one texture. It just doesn't look great. You need to break it up with something. It doesn't look, now I will say, it does not look as bad when you have it a singular color and when you're going for this kind of flat color look, you know, like a pigment light map look or whatever you want to call it. Stylized, I guess you could say. It doesn't look as bad as like having a giant wall of like brick or like rock or something, but I still think it would have been better to kind of break it up with some trims or just really anything. Pretty fun map though, good layout. Some like decent encounter design in that one. That was Blueprints in Red by Mr. Tarfner. I'm probably not saying that right. Some moody lighting, some blue bricks. There we go. Super shotgun. Grab that. We're like speedrunning here. It is hopping all over the place. This dude's sitting right on top of that yellow armor. He did not want me to have that. Let's get rid of you. Again, this level is kind of making the same mistake as the previous one, where it's just like, it's just a lot, like this blue brick texture is nice, but it just really needs to be broken up with something, anything else. We can get this yellow, right? Oh, fuck. Let's try that again. There we go. I like little movement challenges like that are always fun as secrets. Visibility room? Alright. I don't know if I can get past this guy. Yeah, I can't get past him. Take some hits, it's fine. Hopefully those guys don't follow me down here. Oh, a quad down here? That's a little weird. I guess it's for this next area. Water. You just hear him from like all the way over here. He's just hopping around down there, having a grand old time. We're just gonna let him be. We're just gonna let him live. Is this new? I don't know if this is a new area. I don't think it is. I'm going in circle. Oh shit! Where do those guys come from? I don't even see them. Yeah, like I definitely feel like they could have broken up this this brick with like some of this. Like I like this like blue metal like studded support texture. There could have been more of that on these walls. A lot of these walls are just very flat. But again, like well, not again, but I think it's one of those things where if this was actually made in like 2 days, they probably just didn't have the time. Kind of like what I was talking about earlier. Sometimes these map jams are just like these speed map jams. People just kind of take maps out of their like scrapbook, you know, something they've already like kind of worked on, and they're just like, all right, I'll use this. I'll polish this little map off that I've been chipping away at for a while and submit this as my map, you know. Which, I mean, it's not a contest. There's nothing wrong with doing that, by the way. It's just, it definitely just means that, like, maps that were actually made in 2 days will have, like, a different level of quality than maps that were worked on quite a bit. Just, you know, merely finished for this jam. Oh, nice, we got all the secrets. That was pretty good. That was a fun map. Really good variety of monsters there. A lot of Vors and Shamblers and Spawns, a lot of like high-end monsters used in pretty good ways. Yeah, just an overall really solid map. The only thing I wish is that the blue was broken up a little bit more. Layout-wise, though, pretty solid. Some fun combat encounters in that one. That was Nightshade Filter by Recycled OJ. How do you recycle orange juice? Find the gold key and bring it back. Okie doke. I like this one. I like the brushwork here is really nice. That scrag just got dumped on. Jesus. Might as well grab this while we're down here. Check for any other goodies. Oh wow. Okay, this is, I didn't expect this to open up into like this big kind of area. Let those two fight it out over there. I feel like if I got onto this, I could jump over to here. I do like the idea of taking these like little, oh, there's a lightning gun here. Huh. Secret mega under the bridge. I like the idea of like these little elevators all taking you to like different islands, quote unquote. I think that's pretty cool. I feel like I could like ramp up this or here to here. Boy. There we go. That works. That works. Secrets within secrets. I don't know if that was intended or not. I feel like that was like a pretty big sequence break, though. I tried crouching to get away from that. A little too much blood. I guess I could just ignore all the silver key stuff, right? I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna experience the rest of this level. I feel like it's a little unfair that I kind of just like went straight to the ends, just like cheesed it. So let's go hit these buttons up here. This. The main gate is opening. Silver key for that. Honestly, not sure how you would get the silver key. If I didn't know better, I went to realize that this map only used 6 textures. Made really good use of those textures. Again, just if you look at like the buildings on the left there, the building with like the gold key in it, it does a really good job of breaking up those bricks, right? It isn't just a big solid wall of bricks. You have like the little wooden kind of strut sticking out of it. You have like a concrete trim about midway down. You have the little windows up top. You know, it just does a really good job of not having big swaths of the same texture. It just kind of keeps breaking them up, you know. That was Fetch Quest by Warren M. Okay, 5 to go. Interesting texture choice here. Got copper red. Looks nice. Kind of a boring fight. I feel like this room could have been made a little more interesting. I know it feels like such a nitpick, but I feel like there needed to be like some kind of height variation or something in here, you know? Because otherwise, oh, there's something with my mouse. Because otherwise, the room is just very flat feeling. I think is the issue that I'm having with it. Is that what I need to get off? Let's check now. There we go. Feels better. A little thing stuck in my This is kind of an interesting concept, but I don't think it's executed super well here. So, like, if you walk over these, you can't just backpedal back. You have to, like, actually jump back. But the mapper doesn't really do anything with it, and there's no consistency because this side allows you to just walk over it as well. I think in a different map, this could potentially be used to create a really interesting ambush where you walk over the stairs here and you walk down, and then you're like trapped, and then you get ambushed and you try to back up, but you can't. Even though you can, you just need to jump. But again, the mapper doesn't really do anything with that. These are just kind of awkward. They look weird too, because they're using just this same like wall texture. I feel like this map is using like 2 textures. Like, did they challenge themselves to just use 2 textures? I guess this is 3, and then this ceiling is 4. I don't know, this texture variety, the textures that they selected here are very weird. Strange choices. I do like some of their brushwork. I like some of the geo here. Like, this looks cool. It doesn't really serve any, like, gameplay purpose, aside from maybe you could, like, get on top of it and put a goodie up there, but just let those guys do their thing. So we can't cross that. Yeah, I feel like this map is just like... I wonder if this is like a new mapper. Some of these rooms are like... They're all very flat and very boxy. Like, some of the encounter design just doesn't feel super great here. And then, like, the textures that they selected are just not... Like, I know what they're going for. Like, some kind of, like, cave system or something. Some, like, dungeon with the rock. But it's just like, this texture doesn't look good when it's, like, completely flat. You need to use the geo to give some depth to this texture here. Otherwise, it just looks weird. You have, like, this perfectly, like, angled ceiling, and then it just angles into a different rock texture that also is just completely flat. Doesn't look great. I don't really like this room. This is like some dead simple shit. I feel like these pillars are just too high up for like no real reason. It just makes fighting these guys awkward because I don't really have like a good range option. I mean, I have like a nail gun, but I don't have a whole lot of nails. I guess you could argue like you could jump on one of these and do this, but I guess that's the purpose of these things. Climb up here and you can kind of jump over to this. I would have much preferred if these were like shorter though, and because it feels like the ogres are just like really far away, just like shooting down. This looks really bad. This like perfect square here. Creating caves and like rock formations out of brushes is very difficult. It definitely takes a kind of experienced hand, let's say, to do that. Somebody who really knows their way around the editor. Because when you have textures like this and it's just like totally flat, it just looks really bad. They should have went with like a brick texture instead, like classic Quake textures or something. That at least would have looked a lot better. Having everything, all the walls just be the same rock texture and having it be super flat just doesn't look great. Quake is an older game. The textures are flat. They don't have like any bump mapping or anything like that, so you just get like, it's kind of yucky. Also, this torch is like way too far from the wall. These ones look okay, but this is just like way too far for some reason. I mean, some of their geo isn't like the worst thing ever. Like this looks okay. Like these things here are okay. This just strikes me as a new mapper. That or a mapper who like threw something together in like an hour. Like, you know what I mean? I like the little cover that they have here. It's cute. There we go. That was interesting. I feel like those guys come out a little too late though, because like by the time I was by the time those guys popped out, I was like already like at the end of the room. I feel like it would have been more. I think it would have been better to have those ogres appear midway through the lava area and then just have like one on each side instead of two. Two is a little excessive. Or four total. Two on each side is what I mean. Is excessive. They could have just had two total. One on each side. This feels like a Minecraft cave or something. It's so boxy. I understand what they're trying to do here. It's kind of weird. There's a way that you can make this boxy and make it look good, but I just don't think they achieved that. How do I get out of here? I gotta go up there. Okay. These guys are just like, I don't know what they're doing. They're just AFK. That knight was stuck on those stairs for some reason. It's like, you can kind of see what they were going for. Like, they wanted to have this big cave, and you start underground, and there's enemies above you. They just didn't quite get the execution right, you know? And it's always unfortunate when that happens, but... I think if you're like a newer mapper, maybe stick to more, like, boxy thing, because when you try to get like really crazy in the editor like this and try and make like natural cave formations and stuff, it just eats up a lot of time if you're not aware like how to do it and how to make it look nice. I also think like with texture constraints like this, you're just kind of asking for weird looking areas. This area doesn't look too bad. What I maybe would have done here is I would have maybe had these pillars be like bricks, have it be like this, because this reminds me of like an ancient Egyptian cavern maybe. you know, have these pillars be like made out of like stone. You know, have this cave actually be like an ancient temple that's like crumbling underground or something, you know? I mean, I kind of already said my piece on this map. I think the textures they selected weren't very great. I think they misused a lot of rock textures, not really understanding how to use them. Like, you can't just... I think having big rock walls that are just completely flat look really bad. I mean, you can get away with it in some areas, but like having just, again, these giant rock walls that are completely flat. I think the ceiling looks really, like the texture they selected for the ceiling looks really bad too. Creating caves and natural formations in Radiant or Trench Broom or whatever your editor is, for like Quake 1 is definitely, takes an experienced hand. And is a little tricky to get right. And they definitely didn't really attempt that here. They had some like cool rocks and stuff though lying about, but they just didn't really bother with the walls. Some of the encounter design was a little rough. Some of the areas were not super great. I feel like with a better, like I kind of get what they were trying to do, and I feel like their idea maybe needed to be like scaled back a little bit. Maybe just like try to make just focus on like a strong layout and kind of maybe use a more generic texture set. Don't go for the gold, you know? It's like, just focus on like good encounter design. Not the worst map I've ever played, but yeah. That was... Nope, that wasn't Fetch. Fetch Quest was good. That was Subterranean Sanctum by Milestone. Oh, I like the textures here. Good use of color. Please get me off the boomstick. Please, dear God, get me off the boomstick. Okay, that doesn't hurt you. I like the very unique use of textures here, like this stained green glass. And you have like this wood with like this green trim around it. I think it's green? Maybe it's like a steel trim, but it just kind of looks green in the lighting. I can't tell. This room looks a little... okay, I don't know about this room. This room looks weird. I was pretty on board with the last room, and then I get in here and I'm like, what's going on in here? I don't know what's going on with this, like, gold texture. This, like, gold bullion texture is very strange. I don't know how else to describe it. Oh, shit, okay. I was expecting that. So grab some ammo. Yeah, that initial room is very cool looking. Like, I like the way this room looks. And then you kind of get over to here, and it's like, I don't know what the hell is happening in this room. And then we're kind of back to the really nice looking room. I don't know, maybe for that room they just decided to get real wacky with it. How nice these guys are fighting. Perfect. Oh, Shambo won. I mean, I like the use of color and lighting. This map definitely has like an interesting atmosphere. I like these wooden rooms. They look really nice. But some of the like the layout of this room is very wacky. Just like the way you get through it is very weird. I just like how I shoot that grenade over the pillar and I just see like just chunks. It was just a little bit off there. Grab this ammo up here. Though it's not funny. Okay. How many secrets? 4. I don't know how you're supposed to get up there. Oh, wait, never mind. No, I know. This looks like it should be a secret. It looks a little weird. I fucked up. Come on. There we go. Yeah, like the layout of these areas is just like wacky. Like I can't even, I don't even know how else to describe it. It's interesting at least. But it's like very like almost surreal and like nonsensical in a way. But it's not bad. Oh, look at this room. Having the enemies kind of come in like this one that's like from these like platforms is kind of cool. It kind of makes for a like a layered encounter almost. I don't know if they're like timed or if that was based on like me killing the other enemies. I don't know if that's like a trigger or a time-based thing, but it's a cool idea. Also like the fact that this room is like symmetrical. It's pretty cool. Nice exit as well. That was a wacky map. I don't really know what to make of that one. I kind of like the layout though. There's a lot of areas where like normally there would be stairs, but you need to like jump up. There's like water in random areas. It felt very it felt very video gamey, I guess. A lot of Quake maps try to create a real place, like a cave, and there's some monsters, and there's a path through the cave, and it leads to an underground like layer out of like it leads to an underground temple of stone and wood, and you go inside, and it's very like Quake isn't a real, obviously Quake isn't like a build engine game. It's not like Duke Nukem or Blood or something, and you're not making like real places, but you kind of make a place that sort of makes sense within the context of Quake, usually. This felt like a very video game. It felt like something out of like Super Mario or something. It was a very video gamey level, just like nothing really made sense. Like almost like a surreal quality to it. Very wacky textures. Some areas looked really nice, other areas not so much. I like the use of color lighting. Some decent brushwork. Some interesting encounters. Overall, really solid and pretty interesting map. That was Whittled Outpost by Rabbits. Alright, 3 more. What the fuck? I think they forgot to add a wall here. What's going on? Oh my god, there's so many enemies. There's like no design to this. It's just like a string of enemies running at me. It's just like the whole map. This is not great so far. It's just like very open, and like what is like why is there no like it's just like open here? I mean, you can just do like a blue skybox that looks fine. It's just like the sky, just a clear day, but like why is there no wall here? It's just like you could just see into the void. It's very weird. Yeah, I'll just let him go at it. Yeah, what is going on? There's like a rocket launcher down there. Can I just jump down there? I guess I can. Just a fall damage. I mean, I think they're supposed to be having you descend into like some kind of pit, but it's just like the way they're having you do it is very awkward and not super great, we'll say. Grab that, and then it's like, what happens if you just fall all the way down and you don't get that key? You just fucking die? Or you just like you're stuck? Oh, let's take you back to the top, okay. Oh, this is the exit? What is this map? What the hell is happening? That wasn't great. I don't, like, I think the idea was that, like, you descend the pit and then you take a teleporter back up top, but it was just, like, so not well done. There's a really good example of a map that's kind of like this in Arcane Dimensions. I forget the name. It's sort of something. It's basically a map where there's like a giant sword in the middle, and you kind of descend and ascend around the sword. Wow, look at that scrag close up. Look at that texture. That was just a rough map. Like, I didn't even want to like engage with it. It was just like, I don't know what the hell is happening. It just felt very like very messy. Like, there was no encounter design. It was just like throwing random groups of enemies at me, and it was very open-ended. Like, I could just jump all the way down to the bottom. I mean, I guess I need to grab the key, but other than that, it was like there was nothing else to that map. It was just like, I don't know, get that silver key and then go through the teleporter and you're done. Yeah, I don't feel like the design was there. I feel like somebody had like a cool idea of like descending into like a pit, but like the way they executed it was just like completely wrong. I think a map like this could work if done well, but kind of rough. Kind of rough. It's a synthetic goo made of real ingredients. Oh my fucking Christ! There we go. By Scampy. Alright, two maps left. Oh, this looks nice. There's a lot of zombies. This is the cave theme? Or at least parts of it. Just leave that fiend down there. Oh, no, I need to fight that fiend, okay. Throwing a lot of high-level enemies at me so soon. Where are you going? I like these doors. These doors look really cool. They could have just made them like flat, but just adding that little extra bit of brushwork to them. It's very nice. This is what I'm kind of talking about, is like even just having like these little things, just helping to like break the singular texture up, right? You know, having like breaks in the wall. You don't want just like big flat walls. Like I definitely see a version of this room that's just like a big flat box. You know? Is there anything up there? I think there should be like secrets. Oh no, it's just like a bar. Okay, never mind. Never a super big fan of big waves of enemies like that. Oh, I see what they want me to do here. I have to kill these guys first, so I think I'll probably do this. Maybe. I'm not great at surfing. I don't even know how to surf. There we go. I guess you don't really have to surf that. You can just jump because you're close enough. Let's go ahead and quick save. That. Grab that. Just there to waste my time. Dead ends. That open. That was very satisfying, but I don't know if I was supposed to go this way. Oh yeah, I am. Okay, down here. I didn't get a lot of use out of that quad, unfortunately. Quads are always difficult to place. I was actually talking about this when I was playing a lot of Blood last month. Power-ups, particularly like damage-dealing power-ups, are always really rough because it's like if you place them in a very open area that you kind of expect the player to grab them, then you have to design an encounter around them. But if you make them a secret, the player is most likely going to find the secret after they're done fighting, so it can kind of feel bad, where it's like if a player just like finishes the fight and then finds the quad, and it's like, well, what do I use this quad on? You know, I almost feel like it's not a bad idea to kind of create an area after quad that just has like a bunch of enemies in it that like the player can definitely get through, but a quad would make it just a little bit easier. I like some of the brushwork here is really nice. I like the ceiling in here. Just like the way it's like really simple, but it looks nice. Just kind of like the way this like juts out and these jut out. Or I guess the way these jut in rather. Some really nice brushwork in this map. if there's a secret up there. There's a secret there, okay. One more secret left. Not gonna lie, I forgot I had a super nail gun. No fear. This elevator's kind of nice. Ah, whatever. Oh, fuck off. Grab that. Yeah, this is just like a nice map in the cave theme. I think that's what it's called. Really nothing nothing but good things to say about this one. Yeah, again, nothing but good stuff to say there. Really good brushwork. Good use of the textures and the theme. Some fun encounters. I think my only maybe like slight complaint is that there are some areas where you hit a button and it opens a door and you're not quite sure where the door opened at. It was like because it was like somewhere below me. But I mean, a pretty minor complaint. Otherwise, really solid map. Really well made. Let's see if we made that one. That was One Arch and a Dream by Zettabyte. Alright, the last map by Sputnik. Sputnik always making pretty high quality stuff. Can't go here yet. I like how tall this map is. It's got a very like eerie feeling. I like the good use of fog up there as well. These torches are pretty cool with the steel kind of wrapped around them. Got health. Ah, fuck you. What did that do? Yeah, I don't know what that little secret did. Oh. Okay. Some armor would have been better, but it's alright. There we go. Kind of interesting that this map kind of gears you up so quickly. I feel like this area is very kind of open-ended, which I sort of like. Like I was able to skip like a lot of this stuff, and I feel like I'm kind of like backtracking now, which is not a terrible thing. Silver key. Okay. Looks like we have a map-sanctioned quad run. This should be fun. Oh shit! back for that. Let's open something up. Where are you? Here are these guys. That was pretty fun. I like that big group of grunts up here. Just blast them all with the rocket launcher. I will say this map also kind of runs into the same issue a lot of the other maps that we've seen kind of run into, where it's like large swaths of the same texture. It is broken up a little bit better in some areas, but there are a lot of areas where it's just like a huge wall of this brick. I do think the fog helps just a little bit, but I would like to see it broken up just a little bit more. There we go. Probably shouldn't use the rocket launcher on those fish. Oh, an LG back here. I thought I had a rocket there. I was trying to spam switch to the rocket launcher, but no rockets for me, unfortunately. Much as I love the rocket launcher, the grenade launcher, of course, has its place too. Doing stuff like that. Stuff like this as well. Yeah. See, there is definitely something here. Oh yeah, this way. Ooh, that's tricky. Try going this way first. Oh no, we can't. Oh, down here. Okay. The Shambler for sure is going to win this, right? Yeah. I've only ever seen the Giga Chad Death Knight kill the Shambler before. Every now and again, the Giga Chad Death Knight comes out. He'll slap Vors, he'll slap Shamblers. He don't care. So we definitely missed a little secret here. What's that? Yeah, I don't understand how. So you're just supposed to jump up these stairs here? It's kind of awkward. I don't know if I maybe missed a trigger or a button or something. I'm not opposed to it. It's kind of interesting, or like different, I guess. I guess it also kind of ruins this this Death Knight ambush right here. Because like you kind of do this, and then you just like those two Death Knights back here aren't really an issue. Did we get all? We missed one secret. It's all right. I think that's it though. Pretty good map overall. Good use of textures. Again, some areas just have those like huge swaths of the same texture, and it kind of looks a little gnarly. So I wish some areas were a little bit more broken up, but pretty good layout. I like that first area. That's like very open-ended. Like I was able to kind of just run on the beams and skip a lot of stuff, and it felt like I was doing things out of order a little bit, but it didn't really seem like it mattered too much, if that makes any sense. I like the map sanction quad run. Those are always fun. Some cool encounters. Overall, just a good map. No real complaints besides the texture thing, but we've seen a lot of maps kind of do that. And then that's it. I think that is all the maps. That is SM229 6 Textures 3. Overall, pretty fun, pretty good. We've seen some pretty good maps out of this. I'm surprised by how many participants there were on such short notice. I guess 17 maps is quite a bit. Interesting to see what people could do with so limited textures. We saw some people kind of make the mistake of just like plastering entire like giant walls with the same texture. And then we've seen some maps that make really good use out of just a couple textures. I feel that you can definitely, and you almost should kind of be able to make a map with just a few textures, you know? You think about like one trim texture, one floor texture, one ceiling texture, one wall texture, and then you should be able to kind of use the brushwork to break those up enough to keep things interesting. And we've seen a couple maps that were able to do that, and a lot of maps that weren't. I guess it goes to show how important brushwork is, and that I think people should really like. You shouldn't ever have like textures be like a substitute for really good brushwork. But brushwork takes time, right? This was a speed map pack, of course. That should be mentioned. You know, it was created over 2 days. You don't have time to kind of sit there and chisel away at brushes for weeks on end when you have to submit your map in like 2 days to get it in the pack. I would actually like to see one of these into like a full-on jam, but maybe that wouldn't be super interesting, right? Maybe that limitation wouldn't be enough for a full jam. Anyways, it's good to play some Quake again, and some more coming up. Anyways, thanks to all the mappers for participating and making maps for this, and putting this whole thing together. And yeah, that's it for me. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. GG's.